Now, I'm going to talk about next. Now we saw where testing was. Now we will also see how this test management came in, what was the cycle it went through. Now 80s, testing projects were hard to come by, which means there were no dedicated testing projects. Again, we talked about it in the previous slide. It's just a smaller manifestation of that. And test efforts were only managed by project managers. Okay, so testing was just an activity in 80s. Come to 90s, there was a little bit of a shift. People started, talking about test processes. They said, "Oh, fine, we should have a test plan. We should talk about having a, estimation, at least gut feel, and then talk about a few measures, in terms of defects, in terms of quality." So that's what gave rise to early metrics, and then it became, though it was still part of SDLC, but now the difference was testing resources were augmented instead of testing being an activity. So slight improvement. Next step is, 90s. Mercury's and Rationals, today's HPs and IBMs came more prominent with good, robust test management tools, automation tools, performance tools, and they started certifying people on tools. So as well, industry certifications a little bit started here and there. So increased market value for test professionals. So I remember in mid 90s and late 90s, when I was starting my career, there was a big demand for people who knew, rational robot. And there was a big demand for people who knew Mercury tool, Mercury interactive tool. So this was actually the norm of the day in those days, and they were billed at better rates than standard functional testers. So which leads us to believe that there was prominence to technology, and a slight tilt towards independent testing started coming because specialized functions started getting into testing life cycles such as automation and performance. Now those were the 90s. Come turn of the century, we saw independent testing becoming more and more prominent because business, market conditions, customer demands, a lot of other factors contributed to QA being the gatekeeper for code, which started putting the CIOs, CXOs, the heads of quality assurance. They started thinking, let's start looking at having independent people looking at our code. I mean, anyway, this was the norm we follow for our traditional process audits, where we bring in an external auditor to see how an organization is performing. So on the same lines, they mimicked this one, where they said, let the code quality be decided by somebody else. And then it started turning into outsourcing / offshoring, which means augmentation was partially there, but then it became an independently augmented organization, better than what it was before. And then test life cycle came into picture because there was a large set of people working in a single testing project, and they wanted to track, have their own plans, have their own estimates, rule over the quality of code, talk about defect tracking and triaging, and all those things came into picture. So the matured independent testing organizations started evolving. People started building very robust process frameworks. Next generation tools started coming. Now you have QTPs of the world and rational functional testers of the world all started evolving in the 2000s. Now then you are also, most important thing that happened towards early 2000s, mid 2000s should I say, testing spawned off as careers. People started having career paths where tester grew into a lead, into a test manager, into a test director, or whatever you want to call it as. So those were the traditional roles, and most of the tier 1 large organizations started adopting this model, which became then independent testing practices, and they themselves became profit centers from where it was a cost center. Now this era, after that, as we are speaking, complex programs, large testing projects, where, and I'll go into the reasons of why this came in as we go through the presentation. But then today's world is completely different. You have complex test management workflows. You have to manage large group of testing projects. And today a single testing piece is managed, spread across multiple testing vendors. So the multi-vendor engagement, in addition to pressing business demands. Now this evolution resulted in large deals, spike in technology skill needs, because you talk about mobility, big data, cloud, you talk about host of things today. Everything is now manifested into testing, your SOA, your agile, so that becomes more complex. Then program management and consulting evolved to, then this led to transformation of test organizations. So if you look at this evolution, it started from nowhere in 80s, and today it's become a very